This is Jonathan Agoff here for Pro Boxing Fans. I'm joined by Too Sharp, Denzel Bentley, middleweight contender. Anthony Joshua lost to Oleksandr Usyk. Have to get your thoughts. What did you make of the fight? What did you make of Oleksandr Usyk's performance?
I think Alexander boxed a great fight. I think AJ showed him way too much respect, not just in the fight but in the build-up, which I think gave Usyk and his team a whole load of confidence. Not like they would have been scared anyway because they're fighters, but you know, it just makes them grow in confidence when they're looking at everything outside and they're thinking, this guy don't look like a killer to me, or this guy's losing weight, it means he's trying to box me, or this guy's doing this. It's going to make them feel like, all right, he's playing into my hands. I'm not going to say anything, don't need to. So I think he just showed a bit too much respect, whether he knew or not. I think he should have just been a bit more mean, like, throughout the whole build-up. He ain't got to be a Dylan White, but just like, hey, I'm coming here to take your head off, do you know what I mean? And in the fight, I just think he boxed the wrong fight. Like, looking at the fight, I'll be honest with you, it looks like he has improved a lot on his boxing, but it's not Usyk's level. Do you know what I mean? His head movement was good, he was touching the jab, he was doing things, but it's not Usyk's level. Like, he should have just steamrolled him. Old AJ, going out here, I'm throwing shots at you. He didn't throw that uppercut, that's saved him how many times. He didn't throw no big hooks, no heavy shots. I didn't really see any heavy shots. He caught him a few times to the body and didn't step on him. He just caught him and kind of backed off, and I was like, come on. Got to follow up on something. So he weren't following up on the shots he did land on him, and he was just waiting too long, letting Usyk get his work off, giving him too much room. Usyk just had fun. Usyk boxed an amazing fight. You can't put all the fault on Joshua. Usyk was probably doing things that made him feel like he can't do certain things. So Usyk boxed an amazing fight. So congratulations to Usyk. He's the new unified champion, and he's done his thing, man.
They are probably going to have a rematch some point next year. Most people have said for Joshua to win this rematch, he has to be more aggressive, use his size, use his dimensions. That's what actually you said to my colleague before the fight. Do you expect that to happen in the rematch? Do you see it going differently? How do you see it right now?
I think he has to. I think he'll be a fool to box the same fight. I think he'll be a fool to box the same fight, and obviously that's not being disrespectful, but you know, you analyse things, everyone's saying the same thing because everyone sees the same thing, do you know what I mean? If he goes out there and tries to do that and doesn't win, then well, fair play, he's just a better man. Do you know what I'm saying? There ain't no shame in that. Like, all of this talk about retire, but if you go in there and you just go in there gun shy and try to box him, then you're letting yourself down. You know what I'm just saying? There's no shame in going in there, trying to pull it on him and falling short. We see it trying, like Chisora done really. Chisora went in there, Chisora basically showed everyone the blueprint of how to beat this guy. You know what I'm saying? You've got to be a little bit messy, a little bit dirty with him, you know what I'm saying? Leaning him a bit, do these things. But listen, AJ's a quality fighter, and I'm sure he knows that, and I'm sure his team knows that, so it's not like he doesn't know that. I'm sure he knew that for the first fight and just decided, nah, I want to box. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just because he wants to prove everyone else wrong like he did in the Ruiz fight. He boxed nicely, beautifully, and got the win. He didn't fight the same fight with Ruiz. When he went in with Ruiz and tried to land big shots, he got caught. So he's smart enough to know he can't fight the same fight if he wants to win. So I trust him to go out there and stick it on Usyk and try and get that win.
This Saturday night, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder 3. What's your thoughts on it?
I think it's going to be a better fight than the last one. I think Wilder is so much more focused this fight. Like, he's just been quiet. Like, the fact that they're going to fight in July, it means he's been working from before that. Do you know what I mean? Because I thought, wow, that's too soon for Wilder. Why are they fighting in July? Yeah. But it just means he's been working and he was ready. Do you know what I mean? I ain't seen much of Fury, if I'm being honest. I ain't seen much, so I can't really judge. But we all know Fury's a brilliant fighter. We know whether he's fully focused or half focused, he can win. It is possible for him to win. I think the only way Wilder beats him is knocking him out. But I think Wilder will be a lot smarter this time and set up shots and try to set up Fury to try and land that punch to knock him out rather than just swinging and missing. But Fury might do the same thing again, just run through him, just pull it on him, be messy, lump on him, like just use his weight and stuff. So the smart money's on Fury, but I do think Wilder's more dangerous this fight than the last fight. His mindset just looks mad to me.
Does his boxing look different to you?
His boxing looks different to me, but like I've said, unless I've seen him do it in sparring, I can't really say he's picked up anything. It's easy to follow instructions and just do things on the pad or on the bag. When you're in fighting situations, certain times you can't follow instructions because whoever you're in there with is not allowing you to. So it's how you're going to get it off, how you're going to set them up to get that off. So until I see that, I can't say. But I just think he looks so much more focused. His mindset is basically search and destroy, And he's just looking like he really, really, really wants to hurt Fury. So I think he's just more dangerous in this fight. Whereas in the last fight, he thought, I knocked him out first already. I'm going to do it again. This time, I think he wants to hurt Fury bad.
2 more predictions. November 6th, Canelo-Alvarez, Caleb-Plant. Undisputed super middleweight title. How did you see it go?
Yeah, sick fight.
Louis backed Caleb-Plant.
Caleb-Plant's a quality fight. Like, he was my favourite super middleweight. I thought he was the best super middleweight coming up before, even before Canelo fought Billy Joe. I thought Caleb-Plant's always been the best super middleweight. So this is, to me, a good fight. Like, I still think, I think Caleb-Plant has a skill set to beat Canelo, but it's very hard to beat Canelo. I think Canelo made a point himself. I think he said he's never been with anyone like Canelo. Canelo's seen Caleb-Plant's style a million times. Do you know what I mean? He's seen his style. So it's not going to be anything new to him. Whereas Caleb-Plant ain't been in with Canelo. Everyone says Canelo gasses out in the later rounds, but we've seen Caleb-Plant gas out in the later rounds. You know what I mean? And Caleb-Plant's a quality fight. I think it's going to be a good fight. I think there will be times where he looks like he's winning, but I think Canelo's just going to just keep walking him down until he lands the shots that he needs to land, like he did with Kovalev. I'm not saying it's going to go that way, but Kovalev was touching with a jab. He just kept walking him down until he landed that shot. Canelo's a strong man. He's very strong. So you're not just going to keep him off with a few jabs. Caleb-Plant's record shows he doesn't really hit hard. If he's got enough power to keep Canelo off, then he might be all right. But Canelo's fought big punches, and he stood there with him. So it's going to be hard to keep Canelo off him. And I think Canelo, I don't want to say late stopper because I ain't seen Caleb-Plant get stopped, but I think Canelo wins.
If Caleb-Plant doesn't beat Canelo, who do you think would have the best chance?
Nobody. I think he'd have to be a madman and move up to light heavy and fight Beterbiev or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, no one's beating Canelo at super middle or middle. Canelo's only 30 years old.
Yeah.
Like, he's been in the game 15 years already. Like, a young vet. He's still fresh. He looks good. Like, he looks strong. He doesn't look like he's got a lot of wear and tear. He doesn't look like he's dying out. He looks like he's got another solid 5 years if he wants. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be hard to beat him unless he does something crazy and tries to go up to light heavy and fight Beterbiev, or goes up to cruiserweight and tries to fight someone mad. That's the only time I could see Canelo losing. But from middleweight to super middle, if Caleb-Plant don't beat him,
You.
possibly. I'll wait till he's like 40 though. But yeah, no, I don't see no one beating him, man.
Last one, Terence Crawford, Shawn Porter, November 20th. Great fight, what do you think?
Bad man, that's what I gotta say, man. Crawford, man. I ain't even gotta explain that for that, man. I'm a Crawford guy, so I'm automatically biased. That's my guy. I'm sure you see me go back and forth with these guys trying to not put him top 3 pound for pound, trying to drop him to 4th. Come on, man. But listen, Porter's a very good fighter, dangerous fighter. Give anyone work. Like, you saw what he done with Spence. He pushes everyone to their limit. Crazy engine, crazy work rate. Puts his shots together well, and he's not laying down for anybody. So it'll be a tough fight. It'll be a tough fight. But I think Crawford wins. I think Crawford's just that little bit more smarter. He is physically strong. He's a better fighter. He can go both ways. He can do more. But I'm looking forward to that. So I'm looking forward to a special performance by Crawford, if I'm being honest, yeah.
And just lastly, not a fight prediction, just wanted to talk about something I saw on your Instagram. Michael Watson came down to the gym. Just talk me through that.
Yeah, that was good. He came down. I didn't even know he was coming down. I was in the ring. I can't remember what I was doing. I was sparring hitting the pads, but I looked at the door and I kind of was like, oh, is that like Watson? I was saying, threw me off what I was doing. But it was good to meet him. It was nice. He was very kind. Took pictures of all of us. Signed some photos for us. Was asking about my career and me and what I've done and all these things, giving me advice. So it was good to hear from him, just congratulating me, like, oh, well done, good record, we won the British, well done. Gave me a bit of advice, and it was just like...
Can you let us know anything?
Nah.
Fair enough.
I want to hold that one. You can't let out too many secrets, then people know what you're trying to do. But he gave me a bit of advice, and it was just nice to meet, man. It was lovely to meet him, yeah.
Sweet. Well, Denzel, appreciate your time. Anything you want to add, message to the fans?
Yeah, no, man, just keep looking out for me, man. I'm coming soon, man. I'm coming to put the division back on notice, man. Coming up, come back with a bang.
Cheers, Denzel. Appreciate it.